During the 1800s, the world changed forever. Starting in England, there was a time where everything switched from handmade goods to machine-made goods. Agriculture began to die out while machines and factories came in. This is known as the Industrial Revolution. The Industrial Revolution had a lot of positive effects in the economy and the people's happiness, but it also had some negative effects on their living/social conditions. The Industrial Revolution improved the economy. There was a lot more job openings that meant more people could work to get money. Most of the people had chances to make money to survive off of. Since more people were working, more goods were produced. Because lots of goods were produced, the prices went down since there was a lot of it. The houses, Mr. Ashton has built 300 of them, which he lets rent for 75 cents per week. The middle class owns the factories and gets housing for the people, which is how they make their money. This caused the middle class to get richer. Also, more transportation came along, which gave them the capability to trade easier and make more money. The Industrial Revolution also improved people's happiness. Life was a lot more comfortable than it was before. Mostly everyone had a job and made some money to survive off of. Every day is adding something to your comforts. Your houses are better built, your clothes are cheaper, you have infinite number of domestic utensils. There's a lot less worrying about money, food, and being able to survive. They seem to always be cheerful and alert, taking pleasure in the light play of their muscles. The people seem to be a lot happier than they were before. Of these are 500 kids who are entirely fed, clothed, and educated. These kids who worked in the factories were very happy and didn't have to worry about a thing. The Industrial Revolution also had some negative effects, such as their living conditions. We began at 5 in the morning and stopped at 9 in the night. We had no time to go to day school. I can read, but I cannot write. These kids that worked in the factories were uneducated because of the fact that they worked all day and had no time to go to school. Also, the workers at the factory risked their lives every day just to go to work. I have damaged lungs, my leg muscles do not function properly and will not support the weight of my bones, caused by the dust in the factories and from overwork and insufficient diet. The factory workers are very unhealthy and always at risk for their own safety. Lots of people died from the machines, diseases, and other things caused by the factories. He was cut by a machine and he died of infection, whereas about a dozen died during the 2.5 years that I was there. The factories were not safe to work in. Another negative effect of the Industrial Revolution is the social conditions of the people. The factory workers were the lowest on the social hierarchy. They all lived in the same parts of town where it was dirty and full of trash. The streets are usually unpaved, full of hose, filthy, and strewn with refuse. Since they have neither gutters nor drains, the refuse accumulates in stagnant, stinking puddles. The slums where the factory workers lived was not a pleasant or healthy place to be living. The Industrial Revolution had both positive and negative effects regarding the economy, the people's happiness, and the living/social conditions. The economy improved, people were happier and more comfortable, but the living and social conditions were terrible. In conclusion, the Industrial Revolution could be considered a positive or a negative time in history.